Hey everybody, thank you for being here. It's Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope that you are continuing in your preps. I hope that you are becoming more and more of an asset and learning the things and doing the things. I hope you're getting better. And so this is just a little bit of a help maybe along those lines. This is my 20 Steps to Preparedness, Part 3. Combining a bunch of different, not preps of the day that I've necessarily done before, but little things we can do, maybe a little every day, to become more prepared. Just generally speaking, a lot of these, they may apply to you in your area of operations, or they may not. So it's just general knowledge. I think it's a bunch of good things to think about, to do, to train on, to get, those kind of things. So number one is wound cleaning and antibacterials, those kind of products, whether it be rubbing alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, betadine, those kind of things. Iodine, but iodine's shellfish, so be careful if you have a shellfish allergy. But cleaning wounds is very important, right? We all need to know first aid, trauma care, those kind of things. We may or may not be in a situation where we have access to hospitals soon, especially if we don't take the V, you know what I mean? Number two, go for a bike ride, a canoe, a run, a walk, a ruck, something for your fitness every single day, please. Fitness is vital. I ping on it all the time. I know some people don't want to hear it, but I hope I'm getting through to you guys. Number three, dry fire. Practice dry firing. In the days of the pew freedom seed shortage, dry firing is a good thing to do because you can still practice some of the fundamentals. Sure, it's not the best, but it's a really good thing to do. Train on that, practice it. There's a lot you can do even without actually letting loose some freedom seeds. Number four, practice your reloads. Same kind of thing. You don't need to shoot to do that. So, but it's important to practice your reloads. Practice retaining your magazines in your dump pouches. Practice administrative reloads. Practice, combat, tactical, whatever you want to call them, reloads. Quick reloads. Transitioning from your primary weapon to your secondary. If that goes down or for some reason you need to transition to your secondary, practice that. Make it smooth. This isn't about being tactical. This is about surviving the fight, though. It doesn't matter about all the fancy, stuff making you look cool. It's about realism, realistic stuff. Don't worry about being tactical, please. I want you guys to survive the fight, and that's not what it's not about being cool on the range and looking cool for your buddies. It's about realistically surviving the fight. Number six, checking your gear for interferences. Can you get your mags out of your battle belt when your chest rig is on? Can you access your knives with both hands? Things like that. Also, does the gear interfere with each other? When you go to do your reload, does all this stuff on the front of your plate carrier get in the way of doing a proper reload? Is your sling too tight so you can't actually bring it in and do a reload? Those kind of things. Number seven, buy yourself a case of water. Just buy yourself a case of bottled water. Set it aside. Water is essential, right? We always need more water. So just pick one up. It's a couple bucks, really? $3-4, case of water, done. Number eight, buckets. 5-gallon buckets, 7-gallon buckets, whatever. The stuff we put our food storage in. Square buckets, round buckets, I don't care. Octagonal buckets, whatever. I'll tell you one thing. A lot of times you can go to bakeries. Their frostings and different things like that come in those buckets, so they're food grade buckets. A lot of times they'll give them to you for free. Costco gives them to you for free, sometimes maybe Walmart, different places. So check, you may be able to get some free buckets. Number nine, Mylar, blah, 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 Mylar bags and oxygen absorbers. Really good thing to have, right? To go in your buckets for your food storage. Same thing. Number 10, lighters. Bic lighters, whatever, off-brand lighters, doesn't matter. Lighters are awesome because have your ferro rods, sure. Know how to start a fire with a bow and drill? Sure, that's great. Canoe method? Sure, that's great. But have a lighter. Make it easy on yourself. Why make things more difficult? Have those skills, have the equipment to do them old school, but make it easy on yourself. Number 11, bar soap. We got to be clean, right? Hygiene is essential. Keeping our bodies clean will keep us free from infection a lot more often. Keep us clean of viruses, bacteria, all kinds of stuff. So we need to be clean. Number 12, Calamine Lotion. Anybody that's had poison oak, poison ivy, they know that that helps, definitely. Itches, scratches, bug bites, those kind of things. Calamine Lotion's awesome. You can usually get in the medical area of a store, like next to the gauze, Band-Aids, that kind of stuff. Grab a bottle, throw it in your preps. Number 13, BZO your rifle, or Battle Zero your rifle. 36 yards, 200 meters, 300 meters, 200 yards, 300 yards, whatever works for you, and whatever works for the application of that rifle. It depends, it matters. You don't sight every rifle into 300 yards. If you have a precision bolt rifle, you may want to sight it in for 500 yards or 600 yards. It all depends. But make sure your rifles are sighted in. Number 14, pick yourself up some powdered milk. It can be used in baking. You can reconstitute it from milk. You can mix it in almost anything for some additional calories, but it has a lot of uses. So some powdered milk, grab some. Number 15, rice and beans is going to get old after a while. So spices. I know, you guys all know this stuff. This is simple. But remember, maybe you need a refresher. Grab some of those, inexpensive spices next time you're at the store. Throw them in your preps, because spices are key. Spices, spice of life, right? Number 16, garden tools. Pick yourself up a new, something or other for the garden. Whatever it is you need. Or maybe you have something that's older and worn out, or a new tool that will help you be a better gardener. Number 17, a Tomahawk or a Hatchet. It's awesome for splitting kindling. Tomahawks are my favorite, and I think the most effective hand-to-hand edged weapon system ever designed by man. Tomahawks are awesome, as well as maybe just a hatchet if you just want to do the camp type stuff. Number 18, along those same lines but bigger, an axe. Axes are vital. I mean, you got to have an axe. You got to be able to split wood. Splitting mauls are better, but if you have an axe. Also, if you're in your retreat or something like that, it's SHTF scenario. You don't necessarily want to run that chainsaw, which the sound will carry a lot further than it will chopping that tree down with an axe. Will it be more difficult, take more time to chop that tree down with an axe? Yes, it will. But think about it. Number 19. I've been over this a lot. Identify wild edibles. That's very important. Learn where all the wild edibles grow, what kind of mushrooms there are, what kind of berries there are, like blackberries here, a lot of different things. What about roots? Have you ever thought about roots of root plants that grow around here, wild, wherever you live? All right, number 20. It's a no-brainer. First aid knowledge. Just first aid, medical skills. Work on them, learn them, practice them, get better at them. Prep a little every day. These are all little things you can do a little bit every day to become better prepared. Be in the asset column, not the liability column. The more people we get to be in the asset column, the less people we're going to have to deal with as threats. So think about these things. Be working on them, please. And the biggest thing is, it's not just accumulating stuff. It's skills, and it's actually getting out and doing the things. That's what I always say. What is prepping? Prepping is living insurance. So insure your life. Make sure your family can eat. Make sure you can eat. Make sure that you're doing the things and you're prepared for what might happen. Don't be scared about it. Don't worry about it too much, but be ready. I love you guys, and blessings to you and yours.